the most generated hype. It was the most intense, lasted the longest out of everything. It was great.
I don't know, I still think my favorite, despite how the results went, was still US vs Japan. I feel like that left the strongest impact.
It was a very heated match.
Because, like, when you look at a lot of the World Cups, like, I don't mean to sound out bad, but, like, a lot of the time it's been, like, an Asian team. This time we're looking at an American team that's just dominating through the brackets. So it will be really awesome to see an American team take the cup this year.
It's actually really kind of balanced itself out, though. I mean, like, usually what you see, and I'm not trying to say this in any way, but usually when we see finals, it's usually heavily centered towards the more Asian countries because they've got they just got better players usually, more time, more practice, more skill put involved. But
normally it's like Japan or Taiwan, essentially.
Yeah, like Japan, Taiwan, China, Malaysia. But this year we're seeing like United States, United Kingdom, Brazil. You know, there's more what's the word I'm looking for?
Variety?
Yeah, variety. I was gonna say cultural variety. Like, it's out there. And as Twitch chat, see, they know.
All right, am I working here?
Oh
It
yeah.
does seem so, yes.
All right, awesome.
So yeah, welcome Tasha, how are you?
I'm good. Excited for the first match of the day.
I think a lot of people are.
You guys already talked about who you think's going to win this one?
We were kind of in the process of that, actually. Just discussing that.
We kind of went over what people we want to see actually win it, but in terms of what's going to win for each matches, I'm saying it's anybody's game. They've all gotten this far. I don't think anybody here can tell them that they can't make it to the top. If you get to the finals, like, you're doing something right.
Yeah, definitely. For me, I'm going to say I think that it's probably, like, when it comes to the grand finals, I feel like it's going to be Japan and the United States. But, I mean, as you said, any team that makes it to the finals has a chance to actually get to the grand finals. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm most interested to see the Brazil match as we're waiting here for the warm-ups to start. I think that one's going to be fun. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. They pick the hard stuff, and the hard stuff is really fun to watch.
Yeah, the hard stuff is always the most interesting to watch just because you look at it and you're like, oh my god, how can they do this?
Mm-hmm.
What am I watching? What is this?
And I think the greatest part about this whole shock factor of them picking hard stuff is that in the finals map pool, this map pool is brutal. So they've got so much at their arsenal this time around.
It feels like it was kind of made for them. I know it wasn't, but it's just like, it seems like that's kind of around their natural element. Those were the maps they were winning on in the previous pools, were like the really over the top, really fast, really crazy ones, right? So with this map pool being so ridiculous, and I mean, I can't say that I'm a master of Mania, and I can't call that ridiculous because I don't know if it's ridiculous or not, but I don't care if I'm not a master. That stuff looks ridiculous. I've heard some of the pro players I talk with say that's ridiculous. So I'm pretty sure, I mean, Halogen, how do you feel about the map pool?
It's ridiculous.
Exactly, thank you.
There we go, conclusive proof.
In all seriousness though, this map pool, it was actually a pretty humbling experience because I went from the semifinals being reasonably comfortable getting 990 to 995k plus on some stuff, and then I pulled two 999ks in the map pool showcase, and then I get to the finals and I'm actually failing multiple maps. I'm like, oh my god, help.
Yeah, that's never good.
Took a little bit of practice to stop the failing, but at the very least we're at that point now.
So
Do you think you're ready for today?
Yeah, I was feeling a little discouraged earlier in the week, but I had a really solid session last night and one before that as well. So I think I'm gonna do pretty all right, at least for what my skill shows.
So
Sweet.
Harleton, I gotta ask, if you guys do manage to win, and this is just speaking out loud, if you do manage to win, is there any way I can get one of the keys from whatever keyboard you win with? I mean, come on, that's first time USA champion. That keyboard should be dissected and saved as memorabilia. You should never use it again.
My poor laptop. I need to use it.
Well, no, not your. Well, you said you're going to switch to your mech keyboard, right?
I do have a Mac.
Uh-oh.
Have we seen this before? This looks very familiar. Like, very, very familiar. Anyone? No one?
We'll answer your question once I can get the match load.
I do apologize, guys. I did not know a map had started. My client kind of derped a little bit.
It's always fun when it decides to do that.
What's up, Pickle?
Where's Pickle?
Pickle Bump. He's in Twitch chat. He said hello.
That name actually looks familiar. I feel like I should know it.
You should know it.
I feel bad because I don't right now. Oh well.
Just casual double S's from everybody.
Yeah, I know, right? We almost saw that last weekend as well, but there was... I think it was on the Oz tutorial, one person got an S instead of the double S. This is
Next
definitely
match.
going to be a really good match. I'm really excited to see what the teams like to pick today.
Yeah, I was about to say the surprise, but no, the prize for the tournament, it can actually be found on the wiki, guys. Not only that, they also will have a title of champion for that game mode, respectively.
Prizes: first place, 6 months supporter tag, a profile badge, Mania champion user title, merchandise. Second place, 3 months supporter tag, profile badge. Third place, 1 month supporter tag, profile badge. That user title does look pretty delicious though. I think it only stays for 1 year though, doesn't it? Until the next World Cup?
I do believe so.
Yeah, so, yeah. It'd be kind of weird when you end up with like 20 people walking around with like the same forum title.
Well, not so much the same forum title. I do believe it actually states like what year you won it in as well.
Nope.
No?
If
Yeah.
you go look at Spectator, it just says CTB champion.
Yeah, it might stack. Who knows?
No, because it was recurring from last year as well. So
Ah.
it doesn't say the year you won since it's
Well-
rotating.
Badges it does, but not the title.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the badge says the yeah, because that's Stage Reaper.
Yeah. That's what
Get
I was
stuck with
talking
that
about,
one.
badges.
Ah.
Like,
Okay,
could
yeah,
you
the
imagine
badge-
somebody that won like every year? Would they just have like this huge list of badges?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Spectator's got the CWC 2014 and 15 badge. It's gonna be really interesting when he has the same badge, when he has like the 2016 badge as well. Oh no. I love random sometimes. Random is just like the best thing ever. My client decided to start playing that French cover of the Angel Beats opening. Detroit, I'm expecting you to remember that one.
Oh, you mean the one where I laughed like
You died on
uncontrollably?
stream, yeah.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
I really hope more people will do that sort of stuff.
So yeah, it looks like for the next one, we're going to have Sound Voltex 3 Gravity Wars Ops Code Rapture. We're starting with that right now.
Excellent.
Seems like two of our stream regulars are having a little bit of fight on who to say hello to. So hello to both of you. You know who you are.
Can I know who they are?
Yeah, it's Pickle Bump and
Alright. And Remy, yeah.
Yeah, Remplan. I might be wrong, but I do want to say that Remplan actually took part in last year's Mania World Cup for...
He did. Pretty sure he did.
Yeah, I just can't remember if it was the 7 key or the 4 key one.
4K. Just gonna double check just in case I'm wrong. No, yep, I'm right, 4K. A lot of people want you to mention them.
Okay, so just a little bit of an update for those that might not be seeing anything on the stream. I'm not 100% sure if it is on stream. If it is, just disregard this.
It's on stream.
Okay, so it is playing? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's just finished.
Yeah, these two teams are looking to be quite even, at least based off of the warm-ups here. Japan took a little bit of a lead, 18,000 points on that warm-up, but it was still really close. Hank and Intelizer, though, with really impressive accuracies. Only one miss from Hank, otherwise double S.
Anyway, time for the fun part. Now we have the main matches, and we get to see what sort of maps these teams are going to be banning.
All right, now I'm excited. I'm going to be able to actually give a little bit of insight on these things.
Yeah.
I've been
Insight.
blind,
Woo.
but now I see.
Blind, but now we see.
I can
It's a good song. Oh man, that roll.
That
is the
painful.
best roll ever.
No, it's not.
So both of our teams rolled, and we actually get a pretty low roll here, not hitting the double digits at all. Kiratom rolling a 9, and Cyrilin rolling a 1.
I still say the best one was when both teams rolled a 1. Like,
What?
Out of a
Yeah, both
possible
teams.
100.
both teams rolled a 1. It was like the most beautiful thing ever.
Neither team. Neither team is worth my time.
Yeah, it's like, no, you roll suck, we're doing something else. Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh man, Rochambeau over over internet. How would that even work?
Oh. Hey.
Hey.
So an
Right.
interesting thing that I wanted to note before we go on here is that Intelizer is playing on the Japan team, and he actually has at least, I think it's 2 maps in here, High Priestess and Messier 333. So I'm wondering if those are going to get picked by Japan for any reason.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. I was just gonna quickly say, any guesses on the bands before we read those out?
Oh geez, these maps are all so hard. It's so tough to pick like any specific bands. I'm wondering if Conspiracy of Silence might take the obvious ban for a lot of teams just because it's so long and so draining. But as far as the other maps, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that really is fair game. I can't decide.
Alright, well, we have one band ready. Number 2.
Maybe Odin would take a couple of bans too. That's pretty rough. They're all of these maps are extremely rough, honestly.
What was that first one you said? Broke up there quite a bit.
Yeah, we seem to be having a little bit of internet issues there with Halogen.
Anyway, I think we have bands. Yeah, we have bands. We have Japanese Transformation, Odin, Yuri Sweet Genocide, and Conspiracy of Silence. So yeah, I think Halogen got 2 of those right actually.
That's quite impressive. For
Yeah,
just going out.
especially since we actually haven't seen any bands yet.
I wonder if we're going to end up seeing the Battle of Little Slugger in this one.
I hope so. Just if only for the source.
That map is absolutely crazy.
The game is even worse, oh man. Have you played it?
I failed on it like within like the first 10 seconds of the hard stream.
No, I mean like the source, Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
In
The
all
game is
honesty, I can't say it 100% for sure because I'm not positive if Tasha is, but just by seeing how they play video games on a normal basis, I have no doubt that they destroyed Super Meat Boy.
Anyway, up first we have Leaf Style Super Shredder.
In my opinion, this is probably the most fun map in the pool because it's brutally fast, it's extremely technical, the patterns are super difficult. It's like...
The map's gonna give you a hard time, but at least it's not gonna be like hard to the point that your like hands are gonna be in extreme pain when you're done. I would guess that would be the best description of the song.
Good description. These vocals though. It feels like something I might hear from T Pedalite. Anyway, it looks like Japan has an early lead here with Stern actually taking a bit of an early miss. Same with Mishing as well. Actually, looks like Intel missed quite a bit earlier on as well. Actually, everyone's missed now. Oh man.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect very many full combos during the finals. There is some very hard maps in this pool.
I mean, even with his early miss though, Intel is turned really strong here. Action wise, it does look like Hank YK is actually slightly ahead, but
looks like Intellizer's actually been practicing this map a little bit, holding very nice high combo here of over 900 at the moment.
Yeah, that combo should definitely help push Japan further ahead, because they actually have quite a nice lead already. With Mishing and Stern seeming to struggle quite a bit here. Their accuracy has tanked quite a lot.
Well, like I was saying with Halogen earlier, like I feel like this map pool, while everybody can respectively play it, it is on the ridiculous side, and it's definitely, Mishing's definitely having some problems they're showing, and it's very clear. Their accuracy might dip under the 90%, and we have not seen that very often in this entire tournament.
I get the feeling that this isn't even some of the harder maps. So I think this is like a medium. For the finals, it's only going to get harder.
Yeah, like Halogen was saying before, they had the issues there. This is one of the more laid-back songs. It might be really intense and fast, but it's one of the nicer ones, I think.
Well, that was a Japanese pick, so we'll have to see how Malaysia actually decides to come back from here.
I would like to point out that Hank YK and Intellizer only missed 3 notes for that entirety of that song, which is very impressive on their side. Malaysia did have some very hard times with that. Very hard times. I'm being silly now. But respectively, everybody staying in the double digits and misses on their side. Hopefully they'll be able to pick back up from this one and make a point.
kind of wonder what they're going to end up picking next here.
I'm already happy.
This is a really, really heavy stream map. Pretty fast BPM too, at 250.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be one to watch.
Over to Mania and it showed me this map, and I was just like, "There's no way, that's crazy." And now we're gonna see it here. So I mean, yeah, this finals map pool already has me extremely excited for the matches that we could possibly have.
You know, now this might just be my inner weeb talking, but when I heard the Battle of Little Slugger, before I knew about Super Meat Boy, all I could ever think about was a Paranoia Agent. Nobody.
That sounds familiar. I think that sounds familiar. I'm not sure. Anyway, it looks like Japan are taking a bit of an early lead here. There was a miss from Hank YK early on, but it looks like Machine is also missing. We also have Interlizers. Oh, okay, no, it's not. It's actually on like 100% until just now. But it looks like everyone has now actually just missed going into the stream.
That's really impressive. Hats off to the map for this. I feel like that was done like very well.
This is met by Styon.
Oh man.
Also, as a quick heads up about Styon, we recently interviewed him like a week ago. That should be up on YouTube, hopefully within the next day.
Not even within the next day. It's gonna be totally DF. It's gonna be in between the break from our loser bracket matches to the our winner bracket match.
There you go. So expect it today. Going back to the match, though, looks like Japan has built up quite a nice lead here. It looks like they're about 200k ahead. This is definitely looking in favor of Japan.
Intelizer is a pretty solid accuracy too. The only player actually above 99%.
It's not just his like accuracy percentage. It's just his normal 300s to Rainbow 300 ratio is really good as well. I can almost guarantee that he's probably got the highest amount of Rainbow 300s.
Well, he is one of the top accuracy players.
Definitely proving it here too, with only 3 misses, 150, 3 100s and 25 200s. Other than that, like his 300s was incredibly impressive as well. Extremely high compared to the rest of the players. The closest player actually being Hank with 1,429 Rainbow 300s.
Yeah, Hank's been doing pretty well throughout this tournament. I feel like I could use a little more time in the limelight. Anyway, that was Battle of Little Slugger, which I have to say I am pretty happy to have seen.
Yeah, both teams showing a little bit of sass there. I like how the Twitch chat has pointed that out as well.
They have?
Yeah.
I missed it.
It does look like Japan is doing really good here, guys. I'm kind of worried for Malaysia here.
It's really difficult maps like this.
Japan pretty much has the upper hand on about
This match, yeah. I don't know how well they fare up against some of the other teams, like USA, but I feel like against Malaysia they definitely have the upper hand.
Oh, future Miku knows me way too well, but no, never again. Never
don't blame
again.
you. I do
We're
not
not
blame you.
gonna make it like beat Chile or something. We'll make it bit something fun.
Make the bet something like if they lose, Zetrod has to eat something disgusting.
No, what is wrong with you people? No.
What do you mean, you people? That was Zach! Help me to get it done.
Oh, dang.
A little bit more related to the pick that's going on right now, though. Sayonara Planet Wars, another Sound Voltex song. And I have to make the comment, every single map pool for the Mania World Cup has had Sound Voltex in it for this particular Mania World Cup.
Well, I think there is actually a lot of Sound Baltic influence within the Mania community, so...
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's kind of hilarious to see it. I mean, I feel like there should be like a lot more options, but I guess like Sound Voltex is just really popular in the Mania community.
There are a lot of options. It's just there's so much sound Voltex as well, though.
Oh, wow, this background looks very interesting. I like it. Look at that kitty cat.
Wait, there's a cat?
You don't see it?
I see a little girl.
Look on the bottom right.
Very impressive place.
That would explain a lot because I have my bottom right covered up on the skin.
Oh, I will. It looks like Kaname-san is actually playing with a really, really slow approach rate there. Well, scroll speed. I wonder if that was intended.
It's not probably actually as slow as it looks for you.
Well, everything else looks like it's going whoosh.
They might be using BPM scale as opposed to fixed scale.
Yep.
Well, we've already gone over it multiple times, and that is the cause.
Ah.
BPM scale is definitely quite a big thing in Mania. But looking at the map, it actually looks like Kaname is having quite a bit of issues here. Actually below 90%
Yeah, definitely.
accuracy. And we're about, what, 3/4 of the way through the map, and it looks like there's almost a 400,000, no, about 350 point difference thing. Well, 350,000 anyway.
Yeah, Japan has a massive lead, and I at this rate, they're probably going to win the entire match.
I don't really like distributing teams, but it definitely does look like that's the way it's going.
Hank and Intel both dropping their quite high combos towards the end there. But otherwise, incredibly impressive accuracy from Intel, having 253 regular 300s there compared to Hank's 422 and Pierre Tom's 581. Every single player from Malaysia having above 600 300s and lots of misses on that too.
Yeah, it does look like Pure Tom had a little bit of problems there near the halfway mark. It does seem like they dropped combo quite a few times.
It's actually interesting to see this map get somewhat gives some players some trouble. Like Intellized, we already know how good he is, but that ending is just something else. The rest of the map is pretty much child's play for like the super high tier players, but then you get to that ending with the jump drills and it's just a nightmare. I wonder what the next pick is going to be.
Well, looking at the map pool, I'd like to see Forgotten if it hasn't been banned. I don't think it has been. But we're going to get 44
No.
River instead.
No, it wasn't banned. Oh, right, Forgotten. Ooh. Oh. Right, yes, I remember that song. Oh boy, I kind of want to see that actually.
Kind of interested to see this one too, because being a BMS style map, it's got like a lot of layering. And as Halogen was saying during the map pool showcase last time, this gets a little bit crazy.
This map is such a tease. It starts off relatively easy, and then it picks up with some stream, it breaks down again, and then you get a really, really heavily layered stream. It's just really, really fast. Like, I would not at all be surprised if we see Japan carrying near 100% accuracy for their entire team for at least the first third of the map or so.
Considering the maps we've seen, that's pretty bold. That's a pretty bold statement right there.
So just so you guys are aware of what's going to happen after this match, we are going to have China versus Brazil. The winner of that match will face the winner of this match an hour after the China versus Brazil match. So kind of looking forward to that. I feel like we're going to probably see Japan versus, I want to go with Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil seems to be the favorite in that matchup.
Oh man, can I get some Huehue hype?
Wait.
You can get the Huehue hype when the match starts.
Of course.
But I'm not sure it's all about the Huehue hype. I'm sure it's all about that spoon guy hype.
Yeah, everyone wants to raise their spoons.
Don't worry guys, we'll have that match spoon, so you don't have to worry.
Soon. But for now, we get to watch Intelizer.
And Hank YK, excuse me.
Him too.
Yeah, it still feels weird, like, I have to sometimes, like, look at his name and stop to remember the fact that you have to say Hank. Or that it's pronounced Hank.
I've gotten more or less used to it, even though I kind of just, like, naturally avoid saying his name.
Alright, we're hitting the breakdown before the first really fast stream here.
See if anybody ends up breaking here. Oh, Krylin breaks.
Just as you said that, and there's
Here
a
it's
person
on.
breaking as well. Sternhagen Intimates is doing pretty well to get out of that.
Yeah, 5 players still holding over 99%. A couple of players doing even better than that, holding in the upper 99s. You got Hank YK and Intelizer, of course.
Intel on like 99.92, which is pretty impressive.
Those accuracies are going to drop soon because the next stream is much, much more unforgiving. This is the eye of the storm here.
I can't wait to see what happens when the eye of the storm is gone.
Oh, it is very, very unpleasant.
Do you think we'll see Cern, Hank, or Intel missing?
I would expect Hank to drop in the second part of this stream because you actually start seeing triples inside of the stream and it gets really fast. Like the density goes even higher.
There you go, Hank dropping as is Cern. Intel still going really strong here. His accuracy has dropped quite a bit, and there goes his combo as well.
I think the really tough thing to contend with too is you exert so much trying to hit the second part of that stream, and then you get out to a section that's just nothing but, you know, doubles and triples everywhere. It's really exhausting to have to do that last part.
Yeah, I can just imagine the stress on your hands doing that. Again, that's going to be a very dominating win there for Japan, bringing the match to 4-0. Only 4 misses from Intelizer. Just really impressive in general accuracy from him. The guy's a beast. I don't know what else to say. CERN from Malaysia, though, actually did keep up with Piratom there. Actually beat Piratom out in score. Yeah, it's definitely not looking good for Malaysia in this particular match here. I feel like Japan just, in general, got the upper hand with stronger players in this finals map pool.
Yeah, it does seem like Malaysia is struggling to keep up there.
So, if you guys don't mind me asking, who is the next pick here? Oh, I'm gonna guess that was a Japan pick because Intelizer is the mapper of this one.
Yeah, this is a Japan pick.
This is another map that's relatively tame up until the hard section, but when you hit that hard section, it breaks loose. It's ridiculous.
Well, Twitch chat, I'd like to say that I believe that either team can take it, but as we've been watching it here, I'm going to have to kind of give hats off to Japan. But anything is possible.
Yeah, it's kind of as I said, like, I'm still convinced this is going to be a USA versus Japan Grand Final.
I don't know about all that. I think Brazil's got some dominance here. They definitely have presence.
Well, first they've got to get past China. But if we go off what everyone's saying, people do seem to think Brazil can take that one.
I have a strong belief that they're just going to go brute force on China and probably pick the hardest maps in the pool, which is going to be awesome for the viewers and terrifying to spectate.
Well, I think for now the best thing we can do is just keep an eye on this match and see how it goes. And we will worry about the next match when it comes. Yeah, Intel going really strong here, still at 100% accuracy.
Yeah, except Malaysia actually has the lead right now.
Yeah, like, just until recently, all three of them were actually holding full combo with, like, really good accuracy. There was a miss from Krowlin that it did seem to do a little bit, but Malaysia still have a bit of a lead here by about 20-odd thousand points.
Yeah, it's mostly because of Piratom's accuracy dropped quite a bit.
Yeah, it does look like the map's picked up a bit though, so we'll have to see how this plays out.
Yeah, if Malaysia wants to get a single point, they're going to have to really hold it together.
And with this next section coming up, they're going to have to hold as strong as they can because accuracies are going to start dropping now.
Actually, Japan's catching up really fast already, and there they go.
Yeah, those misses from CERN and Mishing definitely didn't help. In fact,
Holy
we saw Intelizer just missed now as well.
Intelizer
accuracy.
holding combo for the first half of that section. That's nuts.
What's nuts is his accuracy. It's still above 99%. Everyone else is below 97. Well, around 97, 95. Yeah, Japan takes the lead and they keep it. And that is going to be their 5th point. Star thing.
I really kind of feel bad for Malaysia in this situation. Like, the map pool just got so much harder, and it feels like they just don't stand a chance with these harder map pools.
Yeah, the difficulty between the rounds has gone up quite. bit.
It'd be really cool to see these really well, but they never seem to because we always seem to have like some kind of difficulty cap, I guess.
Well, we're gonna try to hope for this year having one of the crazy, like Mania's definitely like stepped it up. They're like, hey, this is what we expect to see in finals. Now, what are you other game modes gonna do? And hopefully, the other game mode map selectors are gonna see that and they're gonna want to pull even higher. So, for those that are wanting to play World Cups, things just got a whole lot more scary. But for those watching, things just got a whole lot more interesting.
Whoa, was this a Malaysia pick?
It's probably proper to make things scary because these are the best players in the world playing against each other after all.
Oh yeah.
It only makes sense that they would play the absolute hardest maps around.
Also, can confirm this is Malaysia's pick.
What an interesting thing to pick, considering that this too is also an Intelizer map.
Oh, it is?
Well, maybe they have
wow,
a lot
it
of
is.
practice with it.
Maybe they're like deciding to go down in a wave of glory. If this actually pays off for them and they get a point, that would be amazing.
I mean, wouldn't that be the best way to get a point?
Off their own map, yeah.
Those mini jacks.
Piratom is struggling
Yeah, I
really
actually noticed that.
hard.
Like, Malaysia have a pretty early lead here, actually.
Well, Japan had the lead at first, but Piratom just kept dropping over and over.
We actually have 2 full combos from Malaysia with, because Machine actually missed, but it looks like Mentalizer is the only one on the Japanese team holding a full combo. Oh, and Corallan also missed, so they just leave Stern. Stern, sorry.
I like up until this
Actually
point.
looking pretty close.
I like up until this point there was just a complete, utter destruction of mini jacks for that entire beginning part.
Oh, it gets even worse.
I
Oh,
totally
I can't
believe
wait.
it.
It always gets worse.
And Intel's finally missing halfway through the map.
Just to give you guys an idea of how heavy this is, this song is 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and it's got almost 2,800 notes, so the layering is ridiculous.
Yeah, it sounds a little ridiculous, actually.
There you go, there's a taste of it.
Hey!
And it hardly phases Intelizer, of course.
Nah. Oh, there we go. He did miss, though. He did miss.
For anyone that might not play Mania, like, this might look really hard as it is, but if you could actually see some of the patterns that are going on in this map, I can tell you it looks a lot harder than it already does look.
Ooh, man, those look just painful.
This entire map looks painful.
This entire map pool looks painful.
This entire map pool is painful. Stop saying looks.
Well, see, we have to say looks because we haven't played it, and to me the group
Nor
stage was
can we
painful.
play it.
Yeah, to me the group stage was painful.
I don't know.
I would,
There's
like,
a couple maps
fail
in
that
this
stuff.
stage I could S.
I would fail all of it.
I was okay with most of the maps until semifinals, I believe.
But yeah, that was that was a clean sweep from Japan there, 6-0 against Malaysia. They will be moving on in the losers bracket to actually face whoever wins the next match, which will be China versus Brazil. So stay tuned for that. That'll be happening in about 10 minutes, guys. Until then, if you guys have any questions for the commentators, or there's any questions about the Mania World Cup, feel free to ask and we will answer them.
Within
Exactly.
reason, Paul. Keep it within reason, guys.
But if you don't have any questions, just feel free to keep on getting that way hype going. Yeah, Brazil!
Yeah, I would just like to mention, though, that even though Malaysia's been eliminated, they did very well making it all the way to the finals.
Yeah, like, we shouldn't discourage them. They did get really far, so congratulations to them for making it this far. And obviously, we hope to see them next year. Or, you know, the 7 key bracket.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to the 7 key bracket as well. I'm hoping October Scream takes part again this year.